Republicans in Washington are floating a new strategy to try and reopen the federal government, and they say they're looking to do this one piece at a time.
Yeah, this new approach will face a critical test today in the Senate, and it's not clear just yet how Democrats will respond. Doug Luzader joining us now live from Washington with a look at today's new strategy here. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. This is a new wrinkle now in this debate over government funding, and we won't have to wait long to find out if it works.
You came in and with a mandate said, go after the worst of the worst.
The FBI director yesterday during an Oval Office briefing on crime, but the question quickly turned to who's getting paid and who isn't during this government shutdown.
Are FBI officials being paid right now? Are all the FBI employees being paid, and are all the...
Well, that's what I understand. I hope so.
Well, some federal paychecks may be going out, but most aren't with the shutdown in week 3.
Nobody wins in a government shutdown.
Republicans say they have a new plan, offering up longer-term funding today for the Pentagon, as well as perhaps other agencies, a piecemeal approach.
And we'll find out tomorrow whether the Democrats want to proceed to the defense appropriations bill and what other bills we might be able to attach to it if we can get consent to do it.
Well, here we are.
Democrats, though, aren't so sure. But the GOP plan here is to essentially dare them into opposing a plan to refund the Defense Department.
We have to see what they're going to put on the floor. They haven't told us yet.
The motion is not agreed to.
And after another failed vote yesterday to reopen the entire government on a temporary basis, Democrats are still holding out for what they really want: more subsidies for Obamacare health insurance plans.
Look, I'm not going to negotiate in public. You know the things that we are asking for. Thank you.
Okay, and as this draws out and as federal employees miss more paychecks, we're likely to see more disruptions for air travel, among other things. Back to you guys.
Yeah, something that we are, of course, tracking during a busy travel period here in Minnesota. Doug Luzader in Washington, thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Also happening because of the shutdown, more than 400,000 Minnesotans are now at risk of losing their food assistance benefits.
This warning comes as the state agency in charge of administering SNAP benefits is updating some of these families. Bill Keller live in Minneapolis with more on how these benefits and families are being impacted. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, and this is something that will really be felt at home. There are currently 440,000 Minnesotans who rely on SNAP benefits to put food on the table. Those already enrolled in the federal food assistance program will continue to receive that assistance, at least for now. But as of 10 o'clock last night, the program is no longer approving any new applications for SNAP benefits. And the Minnesota Department of Children, Youth and Families, they warn that if the government shutdown continues, funding for the program could run out in November. Applications can still be sent in, but they will not be approved until the shutdown is complete. Meanwhile, as Democrats and Republicans blame each other for the fiscal impasse, nearly 500,000 Minnesotans are at risk of no longer being able to put groceries on the table. State Senator Majority Leader Aaron Murphy releasing a statement last night which said in part, quote, pausing even a single day of applications for SNAP benefits could delay approval for hungry kids and families, and they don't have a single day to spare. She goes on to say that the situation is completely unnecessary. It's the consequence of Donald Trump and Republicans who cut rich people's taxes and have now shut down the government instead of passing tax credits for affordable health insurance. Statewide, Minnesota has more than 300 food shelves and meal programs to help families in need of food. And while many do accept emergency walk-ins, Hannah and Chanu, most actually require appointments, and those we looked often booked out weeks in advance. Back to you.
Yeah, huge impact here in Minnesota. Bill Keller, thank you.
5:36 is your time right now, and nearly a unanimous rejection by news organizations towards the new press rules at the Pentagon. So yesterday, dozens of journalists, many who are veteran journalists, they turned in their badges and they walked out. This new policy from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth would limit access and allow him to revoke credentials for unapproved questions. Major news outlets, including Fox News, the New York Times, and Associated Press, refused to agree to the government restrictions. They call it an attack on press freedom and vowing to do their jobs from outside the Pentagon.